Chakravyuh. Chakravyuh was a circular military formation, used by Dronacharya in the Battle of Kurukshetra in Mahabharata. The move was used against Pandav, with the objective to capture or kill the Pandav leader, Yudhishthir. This military tactic became famous because of the courageous Abhimanyu, the 16-year-old son of Arjun, who died while fighting against many opponents. Now, leaving mythology apart, let us discuss the Chakravyuh differently, keeping in mind only the reality. Chakravyuh was a layered, circular military phalanx formation, where soldiers stood side to side and back to back, with their spears or pikes drawn out, up in front, eliminating any sort of gap in the formation. The circular formation usually had 7 layers. Every layer had multiple lines of soldiers containing pikemen, swordsmen, archers, chariots, and cavalry. The outer layers, usually the 6th and 7th, were deliberately thin-layered, so as to create an illusion of a thin formation, while layers inside were tightly packed, with several soldiers. As a result, the thin layer outside was used as a bait, while the thick center was the trap. Please note that though the outer layers were thin in depth, it contained strong veteran soldiers, against the popular belief that the weakest were outside. There is another misbelief that in a Chakravyuh, one soldier killed in the circle was replaced by another standing to his left or right and so on. However, this is not correct, as any movement from left to right or vice versa will make the tight alignment loose, and any loose alignment can be easily penetrated. This circular maneuver was an attacking formation, and therefore, concurrently worked with other formations, which acted as blockades while Chakravyuh moved forward, towards the enemy. Now to an enemy this attack did not look like a forceful attack, as the thin layers, up in front concealed the tightly packed strong center. To add to this, the outer layers deliberately opened the formation slightly, like a Pac-Man, one side moving faster and other moving slowly, thus creating an intentional gap in the formation. This gap looked like an opportunity to the enemy, which lured them to charge inside with cavalry and chariots, and the moment sufficient troops were inside, the mouth of the circle was closed, while the packed center blocked the advance. The enemy troops trapped inside were attacked from all sides, and easily annihilated. Dronacharya knew that Arjun was well versed with this strategy, therefore he tricked Arjun away from the main battle, and laid a trap for Yudhishthir, thinking that he would fall into the trap, but Dronacharya had no idea that Abhimanyu also knew about this strategy. Therefore, Pandavas secured Yudhishthir, while others tried to break the formation. The best way to break the Chakravyuh was another view, called the Chakravyuh, which again concealed the number of soldiers inside the formation. It was a rectangular structure, with a thick center, where the first layers of soldiers engaged first, using a defensive strategy, and then suddenly, on a signal, the concealed powerful center moved out of the rectangle, surprising and breaking the enemy's formation. In case of trouble, the soldiers could retreat back into the rectangle, while those at the border created a line of defense for the key warriors to escape. Abhimanyu attempted a similar move against the Chakravyuh and entered inside, leading his troops, but was outmaneuvered by Yudhishthir, who successfully halted the charge under Abhimanyu. The Pandavas, on being stopped and realizing that the sides are being closed, ordered a retreat, and started pulling back inside the rectangle, but Abhimanyu and his platoon, in a battle frenzy, continued pushing Yudhishthir and entered further inside the circle. The chakra was now completely closed, and thus trapped Abhimanyu and his men inside. Realizing a no-escape situation, Abhimanyu charged further inside, for the Kaurav king Duryodhana, but he and his men, in spite of fighting bravely, were outnumbered, and subsequently, were killed.